So namaskar bandhugan. Hope you are enjoying the learning and welcome to my YouTube channel Sahil Educations. Today we will be learning about the muscular system, just starting a new video series starting with the muscular system. So first we'll be discussing about the muscles. The study of muscles is known as myology. The study of our muscular system is called as myology. And as far as the number is concerned, you all people have a concern that how many types of how many numbers of muscles are present in our body. There is no specific number about the muscles in our body. If we say the number that is 640 approximately, it depicts only the skeletal muscles numbers which we can count from outside of the body. So if we see the number 640 kinds of muscles or number of muscles, that means there are 640 skeletal muscles are present in the body. It excludes the smooth muscles and cardiac muscles as well. Cardiac muscles are included into this. Okay. So now let's start with the muscle. So muscles are the specialized tissue. Muscles are the specialized tissue which help us in various kind of movements, various kind of life processes like lifting a dumbbell, lifting your girlfriends up, or in breathing, or in digestion, everywhere. Whatever thing happens in our body with the help of muscles. So the question comes that how many kind of muscles are present in our body? In broad view, we have three different kind of muscles in our body. So let's see types of muscles. There are three different kind of muscles. One is skeletal muscle. Second is smooth muscle. And third is cardiac muscle. First, we'll be seeing that where these things are present. Presence. Skeletal muscle, with the help of name, you can say that the muscles which are present in the present with the skeleton. If this is our skeleton and the muscles present here and here are the skeletal muscles. Okay. It is present beside the skeleton, helping the movement of our arm, of our leg, of our intercostal, the ribs, of our neck, of face. Facial expressions are due to these skeletal muscles. So coming to smooth muscles are present upon the hollow organs, upon the hollow organs of our body. What are hollow organs? These hollow organs are, that is some kind of lumen-like structure will be present there. That is our GI tract, gastrointestinal tract, including the stomach, the esophagus, the intestines, large or small, and then rectum, and these are the, like blood vessels. These are the hollow organs of our body. So coming to cardiac muscle, this name says all. This kind of muscles is present in the heart. The heart is composed of these cardiac muscles. After seeing all these, just go for some kind of properties of these three. If you see that how these muscles are present in our body, then you will be seeing that these skeletal muscles, if this is a bone, skeletal muscles will be present here like this. Okay, this is the presence, or this is how the skeletal muscles are present in our body. If you see the smooth muscles, just draw a hollow organ. Suppose this is the part of our intestine, and the smooth muscles will present upon this, like these are the smooth muscle cells. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 smooth muscle cells are present in this portion of the small intestine or large intestine or esophagus, whatever you want to say it. Okay, if we see the cardiac muscle, if you see the cardiac muscle, these cardiac muscles are present in the walls, in the wall of this heart. So this is how the presence of these kind of muscles look like. The properties related to striation in the muscles, if we see the detailed structure of the muscle, we'll see the striations first as property for skeletal, smooth and cardiac, whether the skeletal muscles have striations or smooth muscles or cardiac muscles. These striations are the things, if we see a muscle like this, there must be some dark band and some light band. This is the dark band, this is the light band, then again dark band, then again light band. This is actually a striation of a muscle. So in case of skeletal muscle, there are striations. In case of smooth muscles, there are no striations, but in case of cardiac muscles, there are striations. Let's see the voluntarity. Whether the muscle is moving or not, whether we can say yes, the muscle is moving or the muscle is not moving, this comes under this property, whether it is consciousness. If the muscle is moving with our conscious, whether I am trying to move my muscle, then it is voluntary muscle. Or if I am not able to say, not able to control the movement of the muscle, then it comes under the category of involuntary muscle. Like the skeletal muscle, that means if I want to lift some dumbbell, lift some weight, then it is voluntary. I wanted to lift that weight, so it is voluntary in case of skeletal muscle. In case of smooth muscle, whether our food particles, whether our food is moving through the esophagus or gastrointestinal tract, do you know that it is moving? No, you cannot say at a particular interval of time. If it is moving automatically, then it will reach up to the rectum, and if it is not moving, then it will come out of your mouth. You can say it as vomit. So in case of smooth muscle, there is no consciousness. We do not know whether the muscle is moving, whether the muscle have movement or not. So in case of smooth muscle, there is no consciousness. That is why it is called as involuntary. In case of skeletal muscle, it is voluntary. In case of cardiac muscle, it is also involuntary. It is also involuntary. You can see one thing, you can compare one thing from this table, that this striations divided the skeletal muscle and smooth muscle. Whether the striation is present is striated muscle, striation is not present, unstriated muscle. Then why is the need of cardiac muscle? Why did the scientists have divided muscles into three different categories? One is skeletal, smooth and cardiac. There are two things. One is, if we see the striations, in case of striations, there is the presence of striation in case of skeletal muscle, but there is not presence of striation in case of smooth muscle. But if we see the consciousness, this striated muscles are voluntary and non-striated muscles are involuntary. But if you see the cardiac muscles, these are striated but involuntary. Both the characters of smooth and skeletal muscles are present in case of cardiac muscle. That is why there is a requirement, there is a need of bring one more category apart from the skeletal and smooth muscles. So they have come with cardiac muscle. So apart from these striations and consciousness, we'll be discussing about some other kind of properties. These properties are like nucleus. Whether the skeletal muscle have nucleus, smooth muscle have nucleus, cardiac muscle have nucleus. Definitely all the muscles are the tissues, and the tissues are made up of cells. Then cells must have nucleus in case of eukaryotic cells, and we are human beings, so we must contain eukaryotic cells only. So in case of skeletal muscles, these are multinucleated. In case of smooth muscle, these are uninucleated, or single nucleus is present here. In case of cardiac muscles, they do have both kind of things, that is it may contain only one nucleus in a cell or two nucleuses in a cell. That means they may have maybe of uninucleated or binucleated. So single or two nucleus in a cell. The property is junctions. Whether junctions are present in case of skeletal, smooth or cardiac. If we see in case of skeletal muscle, there is no need of junctions. There is no need of junction in between the cells. But in case of smooth muscles, there is a requirement of junction. In case of cardiac muscle, there is a requirement of junction. Which kind of junctions? These are desmosomes, these are gap junctions, these are adherence junctions. So why these junctions are required? These junctions are required to propagate the signal, to propagate the stimulus from one cell to another cell. Because in case of smooth muscles or cardiac muscles, there is the innervation of nerve fibers into the cells or into the muscles is not proper. Each and every muscle cell are not going to be innervated with the neurons or the nerve. So they must convey their stimulus from one cell to another cell, and in this case they need some kind of junctions. These junctions are gap junctions, adherence junctions, which help them to convey, to propagate the stimulus from one cell to another cell. And in this way, this cardiac muscle acts as syncytium. So these are the properties of these skeletal, smooth and cardiac muscles, and these according to these properties we can divide these smooth, cardiac and skeletal muscles. Okay, apart from these categories like skeletal, smooth and cardiac, these skeletal muscles and smooth muscles again get subdivided into two various kinds. So let's see. Okay, skeletal muscles are divided into two different types. One is slow twitch muscle and another one is fast twitch muscle. So in case of slow twitch and in case of fast twitch, what happens? Before knowing that, we have to know that the skeletal muscles usually remain in relaxed condition. If we see the slow twitch and fast twitch in a graphical representing condition, or in a graphical representation of slow twitch and fast twitch, the slow twitch goes like this, comes to the peak and going back to the resting condition after a long time. It takes a long time to come back to its resting condition after a contraction. Okay, but in case of fast twitch, it goes like this. It contracts, touches the peak and relaxes down very rapidly. This is how you can differentiate a slow twitch and fast twitch muscle. Just let's see about the smooth muscles now. Smooth muscles are divided into two types. One is single unit and another one is multi-unit. Single unit means the innervation comes to a single cell of the whole tissue, or in 10 cells. Among 10 cells, only one cell is being innervated, and the stimulus will be propagated from this one cell to other consecutive cells. So this is single unit smooth muscle cells or smooth muscles. In case of multi-unit smooth muscle cells, all the cells are going to be innervated. Okay, so this is the basic difference between single unit and multi-unit smooth muscles. Apart from this single unit and multi-unit, these smooth muscles are again or will also be divided into two different kinds, like phasic smooth muscle and tonic smooth muscle. What is this phasic smooth muscle? Phasic means whenever a stimulus comes, it is going to convey from one cell to another cell, or one part of the muscle to another part of the muscle, going like this. If this is a tube, the stimulus has come to contract this portion, and in the next scenario you will be see like this. You will see there is a contraction, and after a certain second or after that you will be seeing this contraction has moved from that portion to next. There was the first contraction and there the second contraction. That means there is a phasic movement of that muscle. But in case of tonic muscles, tonic smooth muscles, like if you see some sphincters, these sphincters are present in the stomach. If you see the sphincters, they are present in the anus. If you see the sphincters, they are present in between the urinary bladder and their opening. So these sphincters generally remain in contracted condition. When a stimulus comes, the whole sphincter get expanded and the consecutive work happens. So these are the things, these are the categories in which the three main type of muscles are being divided. And hope you have enjoyed the video lectures and the previous video lecture and this one also. If you have any kind of doubt or any kind of question related to these skeletal muscles and smooth muscles and cardiac muscles, that means the overview classification of these muscles, you can ask me in the comment section. And thank you very much for being with me. See you all in the next video. Thank you.